First, thank you to Brian and Sherry, and it's great for opening your home. Right, thank you guys. Let's show our appreciation. So the other thing I'd like to do is just kind of maybe ramble on a few minutes, and maybe we'll have some laughs in the process. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of nervous, but I'll explain to you guys why. I feel more comfortable around strangers. You know, it may sound weird,
Yeah.
but how remembers the television show Cheers, show of hands, right?
Yeah.
Right, so you all age yourself a great deal, but it's okay. So instead, you know, Cheers, right? You want to go somewhere where everybody knows your name, not me. I want to be around strangers. There's a reason for it. It's just kind of a timing thing. I just got off parole, and so it's a joke, okay? We're having some laughs. Okay, I just got off on parole, and right before I left to come here, Grant helped me cut off my ankle monitor, so I flushed it down the toilet. So we're gonna have a party and have a good time. You guys want to have a good time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to settle in. So I'm feeling comfortable, so I'm going to share with you guys my parole story.
Okay.
So it happened about 3 months ago on a Saturday night. I was out at Starbucks. Been there for several hours, okay, ended up closing it down. The manager came up, it was 10 o'clock, and he said, "Sir, I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave." So I got to admit, I've been doing some heavy drinking. French roast, Italian roast, espresso roast, light roast, medium roast, dark roast, you name it. I had 15, 20 cups of coffee, about 12 shots of espresso, right? I'm not hurting anybody, right? It's Saturday night. So, anybody ever have one of those moments where everything hits you all at once? Show of hands. Okay. So first of all, I'm thinking, okay, this nice man just said it's 10 p.m. I'm up 2 hours past my bedtime, guys. I'm living on the edge, right? It's 10 o'clock. I'm still awake. I've just had 20 cups of coffee and 30 shots of espresso. Okay. So I'm thinking, okay, probably the right thing to do is to go home, right? Okay. So I get in the car. I get about 2 blocks down the road, and I see a flashing red light. It's like I get pulled over by a policeman. Okay.
Okay.
I show the guy my ID. This guy's really serious, right? He goes, I'm going to have to ask you to exit the vehicle. I'm like, dude, you don't tell me to get out of the car. But he said, I want you to exit the vehicle. So I get out, you know, show him the ID, and he looks at me very serious. He says, I've followed you for about 2 blocks, and you're exhibiting signs of erratic behavior, right? So, well, man, I feel like I just, you know, back in high school, right, erratic behavior. So he says, I'm going to have to ask you to do a couple things for me. Okay, we'll see what happens. But he points down to the white line that separates the road from the bike lane. He says, I want you to moonwalk the white line.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm thinking, you know, I broke it down a little bit here and there, right? Still getting down. I mean, I can do this thing. Well, I'll tell you what, after 30 cups of coffee, it didn't turn out very good. So he looks at Mr. Bishop, I got another try for you. He goes, I want you to sing the national anthem.
What?
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, that's when things went from bad to worse. Okay, I can't sing
Oh my
half the words, right? So he looks at me and says, I'm going to have to issue you a citation. It's called a DUITC, driving under the influence of too much caffeine. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking in my head, you know, isn't this how my luck has gone? And he looks at me and says, Mr. Bishop, you're the first person, not just in California, but in the entire United States to get a citation for this. And I'm, you know, so I'm going to try to be cool. And I said, well, that's just how I roll, man. No, didn't work. Goes back and writes up the ticket. While he's writing up the ticket, I'm thinking, I can get something to eat before I go home, right? So he comes back, he gives me the ticket, I thank him. And I said, I looked at him with a very serious look, and I said, can you tell me where the nearest Krispy Kreme donut shop is?
Oh my.
Oh man, that was a bad idea. Bad idea. So he said, Mr. Bishop, I'm going to have to haul you in. The next day, I stand in front of the judge, and not only did he give me 3 months parole, but he gave me 2 weeks community service. So I said, okay, I'm going to do something I enjoy. I'll work at Krispy Kreme, right? Well, during my first hour on the job, I consumed a dozen glazed donuts and 13 cups of coffee. I had a nervous breakdown. I got my stomach pumped. Turned out too good. So about 2 weeks later, I realized on a total fluke that I'd been sleepwalking. I had no idea. I woke about 10:30 at night. Somebody had taken my wallet out of my hand. I ended up back down at that same Krispy Kreme. I just ordered 6 dozen donuts that I paid for. You guys having a good time so far? So we've got a wide age range of people here tonight. So let's talk about getting old, right? Things, you know, things change when you get old. Rules change. How about dancing, for example? Christ the King Elementary, 8th grade. Okay. One of my first dance contests, dancing to Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. That's when you had an album and you had to put it on a turntable. Okay. Got into high school. let's make it a little more interesting, right? Got in, did a little break dance, okay? Well, I tell you what, guys, at my age, I call it break dancing because I know if I'm going to try it, I might break something in the process.
Oh my.
So you got sayings when you go dancing, right? Hey, you know, I'm going to get down, right? I got rules now. Before I get down, either A, I got to make absolutely sure I can get back up, or B, I got friends to help me get up. Okay? So I've been relying on B a lot lately. So how about bust a move, right? Hey, you go bust a move. Lately, I find myself busting body parts and furniture.
Oh my.
But it's you know, so things change. How about exercise when you get older? Anybody struggle with exercise? Okay, so I've been having some trouble with heartburn. The other night I sit down, you know, I'm watching this commercial, and they're talking about how fast this stuff works, you know, and then all the symptoms, and that's great. And then at the end, they said that the side effects may include, but are not limited to the following: difficulty living, breathing, sitting, standing, walking, talking, eating, driving, drinking coffee. So I wrote down the name of this stuff. Wow, the next day I called my doctor and said, I gotta try this stuff, it sounds great. So, isn't that great? So I'm gonna kind of wind it down with a few things. We're all having a good time. One thing I always like to say is, if you must drink and drive, drink coffee.
Oh my.
And the other favorite of mine is friends don't let friends drink Colombian. Love you guys. Thanks.
Oh my.